probably all have seen restoration devices. They add 5 volt, they do some other things. Here's my big concern with some of them. The passive ones are a joke. Okay? Where do you think the passive ones get 5 volt power from? Think out your answer first. Yes, and then it's just volts. It's the only ones that are going to win. So, but with that, you can debate this all you want. Here's my easy reason. How many of you are diligent and dead on with taking care of proper maintenance of your tools? I'm going to have pictures coming up of them. Poorly terminated RJ45s is a big cause for this one to get sparkles. A damaged HDMI cable is another reason for these to happen. I'm going to show you some stuff coming up. Anybody ever have the picture pop up and then go away, pop up and go away, and then out of nowhere it comes up and see it's HDCP mode not supported, or HDCP mode out of range? I'll have a picture of that coming up here soon also. Your problems with HDC displays, 3 or 4 displays, 1 source, you go and flip it on, 2 displays work, 3 displays work, send on the 4th one won't turn on. Turn off one of the panels, turn off that display and turn it back on, a key is now associated and available. Now it's up and working. Some sources are still limited to 1 or 2 keys. By the way, our Blu-ray players have 16 keys inside of them. So there's an FBI tag, okay, off the bottom of your chair that says do not remove. In the front of your seat, someone in the room will find a little piece of paper taped. It will be on the very front. It will say, and it also cures HD diagnostic lights. 5 volt, hot plug detect. The other one's called data and HDCP. So basically, EDID and HDCP. The reason is that these two should stay solid, voltage and hot plug detect. These two should be flashing every 2 seconds, which is how often HDCP resyncs. Transmit, receive, 2-way. I got it, you got it. I got it, you got it. We flashed it. What it is you first plug it in over at the display, and it's got a learn mode, where it's got pre-programmed EDID, audio and video capabilities. Or get yourself a network validator. You should be able to test gigaspeed networks. How much will you spend? Anywhere from $800 to $5 grand on a validator. How much will you spend in not losing money? Priceless. Alright? You need to know more than just continuity. I was talking to everybody about this earlier today. Continuity rocks. This is at Lonas. Okay? Champagne on a beer budget, this thing is a great little tool. Now, they ran a promo at CDM. I think they did it for like 500 beans. It was a good deal. Honestly, I think $500 just for the monitor. AT HD Sync EDID restoration tool also in the box. Need one on the job? Pull this, put it in, build a customer, buy a new one from the distributor, replenish your stock. Make sense? Localized display is crucial in testing, okay? Here's what I did with mine. Pull these little foam inserts out, grab a DAD and an SR1, put them in, put the power supply here. Okay, give you a couple good ones. How many of you use sharp panels? Just dealt with this maybe a couple months ago. AVR 3312, HDMI cable. That does not mean how thick the jacket is on the outside of it, okay? That means how thick the actual copper is. This is a big one. If you're finding that if you're using a 2-wire HDMI design, UTP 2-wire configuration, pull the power on both ends, validator for your network stuff. So I want to show you the easy test that costs you nothing more than your labor. Oh, here's an easy one. HDMI cables, I don't care what the manufacturer says. If you're using it, we'll cover new stuff. Here's a big one for you. This one, 10 to 15 minutes. Power cycles on displays do not equal power off, power on. They equal unplug. Ensure good quality in a balance. You should probably know at this point who makes good ones and who makes the crap. If you don't, ask me, I'll tell you. I mean, I won't tell you who's crap, but I'll tell you which ones I know and I've tested. Try to use the same cable length, also the same length when you're terminating. Use a cable tester, a signal validator. Okay, notice I didn't just say continuity. You want length, continuity, and speed. This is an easy one. This is why I don't let the hotels tape down our wires anymore, because they used to put my secure your transmit and receive side. I find this one to be a big one. I find some people that will go, and especially on the receive side, they take the balance and they'll place it in a 3 and a 2313 Denon right now. So that's both Denon and Marantz. Our friends at Ethereal, I've tried to work closely with Intellex. I've gotten their stuff. They haven't really wanted to sit down and test our stuff. That's okay. I can test the hell out of theirs. Snap AV also has our stuff. Guys at Key Digital, I have theirs. They have ours. I've been beating the hell out of the Vanco stuff and can't make it trip up. So, there's straight to a panel. Or I want you to have a panel and do it right at the rack. Start small and then build the circuit. Can you get the GUI? Have you swapped the 2 wires if you're using a dual wire design? Have you re-terminated? Lastly, have you unplugged the display and let the system reset itself and come back online? Call me. Those are your easy troubleshoot tips for HDMI after the end of all this. Here we go. If you want a little bit more info, if you want to read about white papers and all this stuff about HDMI, Jeff's got some pretty good stuff at DPL Labs. If you want like the super propeller heady HDCP copy protection, revolving polynomials, and how HDCP coding and flagging works, have fun with that. Drink heavily. If everything I told you has scared you and you want to feel warm and fuzzy, and you want to believe that HDMI isn't so bad, just go to hdmi.org. Okay? And they'll give you like the retail experience of it, and you'll feel good about HDMI, and it always works. Sorry, I'm a realist, okay? I deal with it well. So I've learned the ins and outs, where their shortcomings are, just like I know the shortcomings of Denon's. I told people those in the beginning of the day. I'm a dog person, okay? You can't fault me. I got a bobcat, okay? No, I really do have a bobcat. A 50-pounder hangs out in my backyard. Pretty cool. Yeah, turtle chassis, and does a ton of performance for the size. So, what's that?
Like 15 and change.
13 is the least expensive preamp on the Denon side of the plate. Welcome to a 5007. It is the least expensive 7.2 preamp processor on the market that I'm aware of, that also has a multi-zone power capability and 4K scaling. So it's a killer use. So on a 6000, the step up. So we have 7.2 capability at 100 watts. We move up a little bit in power. They changed the front panel material, so it's a more rigid you're looking at here earlier. All right, the ability of going and having main zone HDMI working and then a multi-zone HDMI. So this is going to give us 7.2 pre-op capability, or I'm sorry, 7.2 or 7 channels of amplification, 125 across the board. The amplifier design and the pre-amplifier portion with balanced output capability. And that's the easiest way I can break the thing down for you. It's all the HDMI switching capability. It's all the networking capability. It's all the control capability. All the remote accessibility that I mentioned, beefed up on the power supplies.
What's the date?
Oh, April 26th. When you're asking stuff, you know I can't tell you. Considering what is out there, I agree. We're all sucking wind on selling step-up priced and step-up performance players. You know, some of you were in here when I did this at 232 capable. It does have capability of doing the Marantz app and controlling the unit via the app, okay? Anybody in the room used one of these before? An NA7004? Well, I know you probably have. Okay. It wasn't a Sonos, was it?